First of all, thank you for inviting me here. Whenever I come to Kerala, it's always very hectic. Every day, 3, 4 public meetings, and and one problem is the Kerala is that highway is not there. The distance, every. Tomorrow we are going to Kochi and it will take 4 to 5 hours. In UP, the same distance you can cover in 1 hour. Lucknow to Agra is 300 kilometers. You just can cover in 2 hours only. 300 kilometers in 2 hours. Anyway, but I never get tired. I never get tired because I get so much love and affection wherever I go. People hug me, people invite me their home. It is like, apnapan. It's like my family. So I get so much love and affection. The shower of love is so pure that I feel good. The moment I put my step here on 15th night, I forgotten all my suffering, my pain for the past 4 years, I tell you. And for the past 2 days, for the past 2 days, I'm smiling like this. I'm happy. Though I'm missing my kids and my wife, I'm happy. I feel good here, You people have given me hope. You people have taught me how to fight against the injustice. You people have taught me not to close my eyes against the injustice done to anyone, anywhere in the world. Kerala people have raised the voice, whatever happened, even from Jammu Kashmir to Assam to UP to Gujarat, anywhere. Anyone is victimized, the first voice came from here. And the loud and clear voice. Because the concept is very clear that first and foremost thing in life is humanity. Even Islam, Allah jo Islam also tell you कि इंसानियत सबसे पहले आती है. First you have to become a human being, a good human being. When I got that message on that night of 10th of August 2017, I never realized that my life is going to be, upside down, and I have to suffer. Not only me, the whole family had to suffer next 5 years. And I don't know, maybe next another 5 years or maybe another 10 years. But I'll tell you again, with this, in this Vidhyarthi Bhavanam, that even I have to save one child, I will do it again. I will do it again. I don't regret it all. Because हदीस कहती है, इस्लाम में भी है, कि अगर आपने एक जिंदगी बचा ली, एक भी जिंदगी बचा ली, तो आपको जन्नत नसीब हो जाएगी. एक भी जिंदगी. So I will do it again. This book, the trigger was the tsunami. When the tsunami struck India, the metros, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Lucknow, Kanpur. The coronavirus second wave tsunami I am talking about in April, May 2021. When these metros also, when this elite class, who always think that health is a commodity. Whenever I throw money, I can get best doctors, best treatment. Those people has to struggle to get bed, to get medicine, to get oxygen. I started my book with that judgment of double bench. We are at pain in observing that non-supplying of oxygen to the hospital is a criminal act, not less than a genocide. It's a genocide. A hospital can't have electricity, a hospital can't have water for some time, but Oxygen is a emergency essential drug. There can't be a single moment that there should be interruption of oxygen. And what I have witnessed in BRD in those 54 hours, the whole India has had to gone through, It was like an acute deja vu situation for me. Anyway, rest of the story they have already told. There was a junior doctor who tried to save kids. There were 63 parents who lost their kids in front of their eyes. There was a chief minister who tried to save his skin, his chief ministerial post, tried to get a scapegoat. Then I was imprisoned for 9 months, and I came out only after, that Shihad Bhai was telling about the letter, For 8 months we didn't speak about what happened in the BRD. Everybody says that nikal jayenge. But when Manish Bhandari got bail, and when Nadeem Bhai and Masud came to the prison, I felt when the person who stopped oxygen, he has got bail. And why I am inside? Nadeem Bhai told me to write, and I wrote 10-page letter. मेरी बच्ची आई थी मिलने, मुझे आज भी याद है, 18 तारीख 18th of April 2018. My wife came and told that they have talked with Nadeem Bhai and all. They are calling to come down to Delhi. So I wrote a 10-page letter there itself, sitting down with my wife, and the letter came out with in my daughter's diaper, because वो जाने नहीं देते बाहर, तो मैंने जो है अपनी बच्ची के डायपर में वो लेटर रख दिया था. And I didn't realize that even this letter can give me bail. That letter became a talk all over the world. People thought I was in jail, but I got released. But they came to know the story that I am still incarcerated even after 9 months. And what happened in those 54 hours? I wrote letter on 18th of April 2018, and I got bail on 25th. 7 days. 9 months, the same judge who was not listening my plea and throwing my file, he wrote a very excellent judgment, I would say. He wrote not even a single evidence against Dr. Kafeel for medical negligence, corruption. He was not related with the oxygen tender and supply. So you have to speak. One lesson you have learned in life, that you have to speak up. Never get scared, okay? Never get scared. These people, if you look into their eyes and talk, they will go back. बट अगर आप डरोगे तो और आपको डराएंगे. ये मैंने सीखा है अपनी जिंदगी में. चाहे ये जितने भी फासिस्ट फोर्सेस की बात आप करते हो, चाहे योगी जी हो और कोई भी हो, इनकी आंखों में आंखें डाल के बोलना है. मुझसे पिछले 4 साल से कह रहे हैं कि तुम्हें बीआईडी के बारे में बात मत करना. तो मैंने कहा लो लिख दो, मैं किताब ही लिख देता हूँ. My brother was shot near Chief Minister residence. 4 गोलियां मारी थी, और उसके बाद योगी की पुलिस ने इमरजेंसी सर्जरी नहीं करने दी. बुलेट्स जो हैं नेक में थी. मेरा भाई पेन में चिल्ला रहा था, रो रहा था. ब्लड was flowing out, and I knew as a doctor that pulses are feeble. He can collapse any time. I was injecting fluids in him. I gave 4 liters of isotonic fluid in those 4 hours. They wanted him to die, but he survived. The operation, which should have been done at 10 p.m. in the night, could be done only at 3 a.m., around 2:30 a.m. So 4 hours of golden hours, what we say in a medical term, was intentionally, deliberately delayed by Yogi police. We filed the case against that and is still in the court even after 4 years. Shialba is right. My life was, I belong to upper middle class. I never realized what is happening around. Life was simple, going to hospital, coming back, spending time with family. Never realized that petrol is 50 rupees or 100 rupees or 200 rupees. Who cares? Electricity bill is 7,000 or 20,000 or 50,000. Who cares? Money is coming. Nobody cares what is happening around. When I was penalized, when I was in the prison, I realized that even after doing good work, even after belonging to a good family, even after being highly educated, I can be penalized too. Then what happened to those people who don't have resources to fight? उन मजलूमों का, उन बीमारों का, उन गरीबों का क्या होता होगा जिनकी आवाज़ ही नहीं आती है? I tell you, I feel myself lucky है. मैं खुशनसीब अपने आप को समझता हूँ कि मैं आज जिंदा हूँ और आप लोगों के बीच में हूँ. बहुत से लोग हैं जो 10-10 साल, 20-20 साल जेल में रहे हैं, 10 years, 20 years, and nobody knows their story. बहुत से लोगों को मार दिया गया है गोलियों से. Nobody knows their story. When I am talking today is Rohit Vemula's 6th death anniversary. I didn't know that who is Rohit Vemula in 2017. Seriously. Seriously, why Gauri Lankesh was shot, who is Akhlaq, who is Junaid, what is Una Kand, I never realized. Because I was living in my comfort zone. And most of the Indians, I'll tell you, most of us think that this thing, whatever is happening outside this comfort zone is not going to disturb you, then you are in. You have to think one day that a kafil is just a face, a symbol. Yogi didn't punch me to, there's any personal enmity in between us. I'm just a symbol. He just wanted to show that what he can do. सिर्फ चूड़ी वाले को और ठेले वाले को और रिक्शे वाले को नहीं मारेंगे हम एक टाई पहने हुए इंग्लिश बोलने वाले डॉक्टर को भी मार सकते हैं, दबा सकते हैं. This book is not only about me, it's about my family also. It's about those 80 families who are still waiting for the injustice. About the administration, how they behave. About the politician who does not care at all. About the prison life. If you have money, you can enjoy. If you don't have money, your life is hell in prison. And even the caste system is also there, even in jail. Yadav barrack, Pandit ji ka barrack, Thakur barrack. And the most important thing, that our health system, which is broken. I always believe that it's not COVID-19, that it's not because of COVID-19 our health system has collapsed. COVID-19 has just exposed our already collapsed health system. I remember when we went to Wayanad, I always had a very great picture of Kerala health system. But when I went to Wayanad and when I saw that those Adivasis people living in an isolated, desolated place, they don't even have a washroom, is it? That broken you showed. It was miserable. Why not? There's so many cases of tuberculosis. So, I am on a mission to fix this broken system. That's why I started Health for All. There are so many questions. They ask me why you are not joining politics. That's the reason. Because I have realized that BRD oxygen tragedy is just a brutal face of our broken health system. We have to fix that. And people also have to realize that when you go to vote, vote for roti, kapda, makan, health, education, employment. Don't vote for Ali, Bajrang Bali, Shamshan, Kabristan, Abba Jan and Jinnah. That is our responsibility. You guys are very young and you guys have to take baton. You have to, I will just tell you 3 things in life you should follow. First thing, your amal, amal should be pure, कहते हैं ना कि अमाल सही होना चाहिए. You should not do anything which your heart says don't do. It's wrong. And if your heart says you're right, do it. Then don't care about these monsters, these difficulties, these hurdles. Just do it. मेरी अम्मी जान की कहानी भी मैंने इसमें लिखी है. हम जब लोग छोटे थे तो हम लोग 6 भाई बहन थे, एक साथ सुलाती थी और हर रात नहीं सही लेकिन बहुत बार वो कहानी बार बार सुनाती थी कि एक बार एक ज़ईफ औरत जो है किसी दावत में गई. यू गेटिंग हिंदी और आई विल स्टार्ट ओनली इन इंग्लिश? यू आर नॉट गेटिंग हिंदी? English only. Okay. So my mother used to tell me a story very often. We were 6 brothers and sisters. Every night, usually she used to tell this story that one old lady used to pray 5 times, used to fast. She went for a dawat, a dinner, a party, and there something is stuck in her teeth. She just took a toothpicker and cleaned it. She didn't ask the person there who invited her. When she died, she found herself in in dozakh. She asked her Allah, why me? I spent whole my life praying, fasting, doing all the good thing. I never hurt anyone. I never dissed anyone. Why me? And the answer came. Remember one day you went to that dinner and you didn't ask the... So it's not about the small thing. My mother wanted to put in our heart that even this toothpick also, even the small wrong thing is wrong. You should not do it in your life. That was the message she was trying to put again and again in our heart. And that's why I went that night to save those kids. I always believe that it's not a heroic thing. Anybody who is having heart and that heart is beating would not let any child die in front of you. My mother never cried. My mother never cried in front of us. Even when my father expired, she never cried. She said, I have to take care of my 6 kids. We were very small. 2003. She didn't cry when my brother was shot. I still remember, it was Ramadan day and she woke up around 3:30 to call everyone for the sehri, and she couldn't find any meal. So she asked my wife, where is everyone? She found out that Kashif has been shot and Kashif is there in that hospital. In that night, when the shooters were trying to wipe out our whole family, she walked in that dark night 3 to 4 kilometers alone, took a rickshaw, reached to the hospital, didn't ask anything, just sat with Kashif, put some drop of water on his lips, prayed Fajr and gave an interview to 6 a.m. in the morning to all media that enough Yogi ji, don't do this. We are not cowards. She went to meet Yogi ji in Gorakhnath temple with Quran Sharif in her hand. And she told Yogi ji that my son is innocent. He has done nothing wrong. In burqa, holding Quran in one hand, she went and told Chief Minister, मेरे लड़के ने कुछ नहीं किया. But she cried when I came back. She cried and cried and cried for half an hour. She thought I won't be able to come back. When I was writing this book, she said, नहीं बस करो, वो शैतान है, उनसे लड़ नहीं सकते बेटा, और ना मैं आप सहन कर पाऊंगी. I won't be able to bear now. Don't write this book. But I told her, अम्मी जान, you only used to tell that जुल्म करने वाले से ज़्यादा जुल्म सहने वाला होता है. Somebody has to speak. Everybody can't be a mute spectator. Somebody has to sacrifice. Somebody has to die to give message to the society sometime, to awaken the sleeping society, you can say. Sometimes the society sleeps and things are happening around. What was I was telling about my story in a comfort zone. So you have to come out. I'm telling you, you have to come out from that comfort zone. So first thing is your amal should be pure. The second thing is education. In UP and Bihar, if you go, if a girl can write their name, especially in Muslim families, Dalits could not go to school, most of the Dalits. But in Muslim families, if they can write their name, the parents say, yeah, now education is over, marry off. At the age of 15 years, 16 years, then they'll have 5, 6 kids, and the cycle goes on and on and on. I am able to fight against the system, against the chief minister, just because my parents have given me this privilege, the education. My mother is a graduate when girls were not allowed to go out from the house. My mother graduated that time. My grandmother, my mother's mother, she was the first Muslim female who got, cleared 10th exam in Gorakhpur. So education is the backbone of development of any society. Education is must. दीनी तालीम के साथ दुनियावी तालीम की भी ज़रूरत है. And the third thing, that should read. Read means read different books. Don't hook on to mobiles, I'm telling you. Read books. I read books, a lot of read books during my prison time. Who is Bhagat Singh? Who is Ambedkar? What was French Revolution? Marx, Lenin, everything I read. And then I realized, even though I had an MD pediatric degree, I was illiterate. So read. I think that is enough from my side. I'm talking about the media role, because a journalist is sitting here, and the judiciary role also. The 4 pillars of democracy they talk about. the administrative, the political, the judiciary and media, they all are infiltrated with the ideas of their ideology. But remember, there are still good people in each system. I have put pictures with evidence. This is the first picture. You can see this tank is 100 feet tall, can carry can contain 1.5 liters of liquid oxygen. And in Aapki Adalat, a renowned journalist from India TV, he was telling all the viewers that Dr. Kafeel was stealing oxygen from this tank and taking to his private clinic. 150 feet tall tank. Superman. And everybody believed. Everybody believed. 9 o'clock prime time, Times Now, Arnav Goswami, 70 बच्चों का कातिल, Vice Principal Dr. Kafeel Khan. They made me Vice Principal also. When I filed a RTI, and I have put my appointment letter also, 8th of August 2016 I joined, 1 year back. I was the junior most consulted. When I filed the RTI, who is the Vice Principal? They said there is no such post. They made me head of the department. To become a head of the department, you have to be professor. Everybody believed that story. So beware of this misinformation and fake news. You will also believe, and see, there is one angle, and then if you get stories which you like to believe, maybe you will believe. So try to read. When this tsunami, the second wave of corona wave tsunami struck, we went for a campaign, Doctors on Road. We started from Delhi, then we went to Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam, Jharkhand. We spent 100 days in the car, and we treated thousands of kids. We realized there is so much misinformation about the vaccine, about the coronavirus. And that misinformation is particularly being fed to particular community, particular caste. वैक्सीन मत लगवाना, कोरोना है ही नहीं, गोबर लगा लो, धूप में चले जाओ. So this type of misinformation was fed intentionally so that the particular community and the particular caste won't get vaccine and medicine. See, Aligarh University, Aligarh Muslim University, there are 18 professors died during that time. They didn't take vaccine. Jamia, there's so many professors died. Polio was prevalent in Muslim community for long. They became, all the old movie, if you see, all the old movie of Amitabh Bachchan or Shashi Kapoor, you will see a guy, a beggar with the polio, usually having cap. You remember those scenes? Because polio was prevalent in Muslims, and there was a message fed to them that this oral polio will make you impotent. This is a government's tactic. That has been fed in UP. Muradabad, it was very high rate. Intentionally fed to you. So you become handicapped, and my child is getting good treatment. When I talk about the tsunami of metros, 75% of Indian population suffer the same humiliation every day. In Kerala, at least taluk level hospitals are better. But if you go to UP, Bihar, Assam, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, if anybody get high fever, pain abdomen, If the lady is going to deliver, if you have heart attack, where you go? The primary health center is closed. District hospital is, when you reach, they will refer it to you to medical college. That is 200 kilometers far. Half of them died, and half of them who reached there, they had to struggle for bed, they had to struggle for medicine, they had to struggle for oxygen. So this is the story, what we saw in April, May, is happening with 75% Indian, even after 75 years of independence, every day. 50% of our children are malnourished. Every second female is anemic. 4.5 lakh people die of tuberculosis. India has become second largest country with diabetes. India, every third person suffering with HIV/AIDS is in India. The day when BRD witnessed, my medical college witnessed 63 kids died. The same year, 2017, 8.2 lakh kids died in India, which UNICEF itself says that it's a preventable death. That means every hour, 100 kids are dying still in India. In 2020, when coronavirus came first time in India, when there was Tali Bajao and Mombatti Jalao Abhiyan, 1.5 lakh people died because of COVID-19. And you know how many people died because of non-COVID disease? 10.1 million. 1 crore people died because of non-COVID disease. They didn't get dialysis, they didn't get cardiac treatment. 70% of deliveries were happening at home. So many babies become cerebral palsy. This is handicap for whole life. So for politicians, you are just numbers, as Siddharth Singh said. They don't care at all. So you have to wake up. I'm telling you. Please read. Please raise your voice. Please become human being first. Any injustice done to anywhere, any part of the world is injustice. Whether it's any caste, region, religion, it does not matter. Thank you. I speak a lot. We have to go to Kochi now in the night itself. It's unimaginable in UP to travel in the night. Even the roads are broad. Then गाड़ी कभी भी पलट सकती है, and that somebody can, that ठोको नीति चलती है वहाँ पे यूपी में. I mean to say that it's not safe to travel in the night, but Amit Shah says that the girls with all the jewelry, they can travel in the night, but it's not reality. After 8 o'clock, no, you can't see anyone. But we'll travel unless Naseem Bhai won't met with an accident. He is driving very fast. Anyway, thank you all. It was a very, whenever I meet youths, it gives me energy, because you are the guys who are going to really give India a future. If you understand the preamble, the justice, fraternity, liberty, equality, जो 4 बातें कही गई हैं, the 4 words have been used. Thank you all. And yes, buy it. It's available on Amazon. I have few copies here. Actually, we could not take the copies when you travel by air. So buy it. It's available on Amazon. Read it. I'm telling you. I try to write it as not as a documents. I try to write it as a movie or novel, you can say. If you have read Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code, I try to put it like that. That what Mridula has said, that you will feel that you are trying to save kids. You will feel that you have been victimized by the Chief Minister. You will feel that you are inside the prison. So we love this, I'm sure. And if you don't, please message me. The last thing what Ibrahim sir has said about that bear and me fighting, I was in 9th standard and that bear has beaten me badly. Even my clothes were torn off and it was bad experience. So never do it. Thank you.